Let's look at perpetuities. So what is a perpetuity? A perpetuity is a stream of equal cash flows that occur at regular intervals and last forever. Okay? And these are the two key words, regular intervals and they last forever. So as you can see, using the formula for the present value of a perpetuity with payment C, so the cash flow, and interest rate R, is given by the same formula still, right? So here we have the present value of a stream of cash flows for n periods, okay? However, now we know that a perpetuity never ends. Therefore, the present value of cash flows in perpetuity is equal to the cash flow over the interest rate, quite simply. So let's apply this to an exercise. Exercise 18 says the British government has a consul bond outstanding paying £300 per year forever. Assume the current interest rate is 4% per year. What is the value of the bond? Okay, so what they're asking us is the present value of the bond. Okay, so let's write down what we know. We know that the consul bond is paying £300 per year forever. So we know that the cash flow is £300. And then we also know that the interest rate, R, is 4% per year. Now, if you remember, the formula for the present value of a perpetuity is the cash flow over the interest rate, which in our case is going to be 300 over the interest rate in decimal places, 0.04. And if you plug this into the calculator, it should give you £7,500. So this is the present value of the bond. Excellent. Now let's look at a more complicated example. Question 20 says, you are head of the Schwartz family endowment for the arts. You have decided to found an art school in the San Francisco Bay Area in perpetuity. Every 4 years, you will give the school $600,000. The first payment will occur 4 years from today. If the interest rate is 4.1% per year, what is the present value of your gift? Now remember, in the first slide, I said that the regular intervals was important. The reason I said this is because it's not always per year, okay? So in this question, for instance, we can see that the regular interval, in this case, is every 4 years, right? Because it says every 4 years, you will give to the school 600,000. So if we draw a timeline to represent this, the first payment, so first we start at 0, and then the first payment we know would be a year 4, then year 8, 12, and etc. in perpetuity. Now at time 0, we give nothing, and from year 4 we start giving out 600,000. Year 8, same thing, and this will be the same every 4 years. Okay, so this is our timeline drawn. Again, one complicated thing about this exercise is that although our interval is every 4 years, we get the interest rate per year. So in this case, what we need to do is we need to find out the interest rate every 4 years, okay? Otherwise, we cannot use the 4.1% to calculate the present value. Now, there's another formula for this, and the formula goes like this. The interest rate in year n is equal to, open brackets, 1 plus the annual interest rate, so the interest rate per year, to the power of n minus 1, and the whole thing minus 1. Okay? So we want to find out the interest rate every 4 years. So in our case, n is 4. So interest rate every 4 years. Then we have the same formula. So 1 plus, then we know the annual interest rate is 4.1%. So in decimal places, this gives us 0.041. And then n minus 1. So 4 minus 1. And the whole thing minus 1. Right, if you plug this into your calculator, you should get 0.128, which is 12.8%. So this is the interest rate every 4 years. Right, now we have everything we need to calculate the present value of the perpetuity. Now remember, the present value of the perpetuity is C over R, which in our case is going to be the $600,000 that we give every 4 years over the interest rate for that interval, which is 12.8%. And if you plug this into your calculator, you should get that the present value of this perpetuity is equal to 4,687,500. So this is the present value of our gift.